In this video, we'll show you how to draw communities of interest, or COIs, and how to submit them to the City of Minneapolis' redistricting group. What are communities of interest? Communities of interest are groups with significant shared interests. For example, socioeconomic status, education level, religion, and health are all factors that can define a community and are relevant to redistricting. To tell a community story with a map, let's start by going to the Mapping tool. On the City of Minneapolis' Redistricting Mapping and Written Comments page, click the Draw a Community of Interest map link. This is the Mapping tool. You'll see a map of Minneapolis on the left. To zoom in and out of the map, click the plus and minus signs in the top left corner of the screen. You can also move the map up, down, to the right, and to the left on the page. To do this, click the hand in the top right corner. Then, click and move your mouse around. To start drawing your first community, click on the paintbrush in the top right corner. The color blue will already be chosen for your first community. It will also be given the name Community 1. To make the brush size smaller or larger, click and drag the slider right or left. Now move over to the map, then click and drag your mouse over to the area that you would like to draw in as a community. If you made a mistake and need to undo the last few changes that you made to the map, click the back arrow. And if you need to erase part of the map that you've painted over, click the eraser in the top right corner. Here, you can choose the size of your eraser. To start erasing, move over to the map and click areas that you would like to erase. Let's go back to the paintbrush. Once you've created your first community, you can enter a name for the community and write a description for it. You can also add an important place to the map. To do this, under Important Places, click the New button. Go over to the map and click to where the important place is located. A dot will be added to the map. Enter a name for the place and write a description. If you'd like to draw another community, you may want to click the box next to Lock Already Drawn Communities. This will prevent you from painting over the communities that you've already filled in. In addition, there are a few tools that can help as you create your map. Let's start by clicking Data Layers, and then clicking the box next to Current City Council Wards. You'll see the boundary lines for the current City Council Wards. Let's uncheck that box and click the box next to Current Park Districts. Now, you'll see the boundary lines for the current park districts. Finally, let's uncheck that box and click the box next to Neighborhoods. The boundary lines for each neighborhood now shows up on the map. To see where different populations are located based on race, first click Population by Race, then click the box next to Show Population. Next, let's click Total Population. Here, you'll be able to choose a population by race. The map is now shaded based on population density. Finally, to see where different populations are located based on voting age and race, click the box next to Show Voting Age Population. Next, click Voting Age Population. Here, you'll be able to choose a voting population based on race. The map is now shaded based on population density. Another helpful tool can be found in the Evaluation tab. As you paint each community, you'll be able to compare the populations based on race and voting age population. For example, for the community that we colored in as blue, also known as Community 1, it has a population that is 38.2% white, 31.6% black, and 11.1% Hispanic. Finally, if you'd like to see population based on race as you work with a map, click on the magnifying glass. As you can see, when we move over the area that we painted in, a window shows up with population information. To draw another community, go to the paintbrush and click the plus button. A new color will be added. You can draw as many communities as you would like, but it's okay to submit the map with only one community drawn in. If you need to go back and make changes to one of your communities, make sure to click on the paintbrush and choose the color of that community. When you're done drawing your map, click the Save button in the top right corner. If you would like to work on your map later, copy the URL. Otherwise, to submit your map, click the Proceed to Submit Map button. First, enter a submission title. Then, in the Tell Us About Your Community of Interest box, you can add a description for your submission and add tags. If you'd like, click on Written Testimony to add a comment. And if you've created maps for council wards and park districts, click Districting Plan. In the District or Plan URL box, enter the URL that you copied after saving your map using the mapping tool. In the Tell Us About Your Plan box, feel free to add a description for your submission and add tags. Next, scroll down and enter your first name and email address. It's optional to include your last name and location. Read the 3 statements. You must click and check the first 2 boxes. Finally, click the Submit button. Your map will be posted publicly for others to see and comment on in the submission gallery. Thank you for taking the time to learn how to use the mapping tool to draw and submit your community map.